Let's talk about some simple activities and strategies that I use as a speech therapist helping toddlers learn to talk. And you can do these at home. There's no fancy tools that are needed, just you and your baby, because that is what it's all about. I want you to take these tips sort of like ways of life, not something complicated that you need to learn. While you listen to these tips, think of ways that you can incorporate them into your home and your everyday routine. So grab your coffee or whatever it is you're sipping on today, and let's talk about them. Okay, so number one, you're going to want to get face-to-face with your baby. Get on your baby's level so that your baby can see your mouth clearly. Talk slowly and exaggerate your sounds like ba and ma. Sounds where your baby can really see your mouth move rather than a sound like ga, where you're making that sound in the back of your mouth and it's not as visual for them. For the B sound and the M sound, just as examples, they can see exactly what your mouth is doing when you make these sounds. And of course, babies learn by watching, so let them see how you move your lips to say sounds. Say and do things that are simple and grab their attention, something that it would be easy for them to eventually copy. For example, have your child see your lips come together. You can show them and rub your belly at the same time while you bring your lips together and say for when something tastes really yummy. Or you could even do something like to show that you're thinking. Just bringing your lips together, doing something with your mouth they can see and making a sound. If you're showing them a ball, you can emphasize the B sound like ba, ball. Or if you're showing them bubbles, you can say ba, ba, bubbles. The point is really just to emphasize those early sounds that babies usually start babbling with and to get face-to-face with them to increase their engagement and so that they can see the way your mouth is moving to make sounds. A study by some researchers at the University of Washington showed how face-to-face interactions with your baby are crucial for their language development and can even positively affect their language abilities later on in life. So all of this is scientifically proven. And if you're interested in reading more about this, then I have placed the link down in the description below, and you can get that information there. Number two, this next exercise, which is playing copycat, is similar to number one, except instead of you being the one making all the sounds, you're simply going to copy your little one when they make a sound. When your baby babbles, like ga, ga, or whatever sound they make, repeat it back to them. And again, you should still be face to face with them. So this sort of back and forth exchange is teaching them that their communication, the sounds that they're making and what they're doing, starts to influence their environment and get someone else's attention. It also builds their confidence to keep trying sounds and teaches them the concept of copying. So if you want them to copy you, then you should copy them. It also teaches turn taking, which is another important skill. So again, if you want them to copy you, the best way to teach that is to copy them. They'll learn it like a game at first, and anytime they make a sound, make it back to them. Try to get a back and forth exchange going with them. Number three, hopefully we all know that babies love nursery rhymes, and they truly do help your baby's development, but they can also just make your daily routine easier. So this is sort of like a little mom tip. There are some nursery rhymes that are just fun. They have repetition and they pair words with actions. They have gestures, all things that boost a child's language development. And I have 10 different fun ones in the video linked in the description below, so be sure to go check that one out. But I also mentioned that they make your day flow more smoothly because they can help your little one listen, depending on how old they are, and they can also help to soothe your baby when they're upset when you sing to them. You can take a song like This Is the Way and apply it to your daily routine. So for example, even if you're just changing their diaper, you can say, this is the way we change your diaper, change your diaper, change your diaper. This is the way we change your diaper when it is dirty. You can apply this to literally anything you're doing. And there are some other simple songs like this. If you're interested in getting a list of them, you can let me know and I'll comment back to you. But yeah, lots of little songs that are easy to change the words to according to your daily routine, and it just kind of helps smooth through some of those tantrums or just smooth through a transition and get through your daily routine a little better while also teaching your little one some language skills. You'd be surprised when your child seems to be upset how you can simply distract them and help them come right out of it. So use these songs to capture your child's attention and just get through the day with a baby or toddler more smoothly, and hopefully you will thank me later. Number 4. So you've probably heard this before, but you do want to be narrating your day. However, you want to be a little more intentional about it than just saying every little thing. Think about the main objects that are around your baby and actions that you're doing. Think objects and actions. Or think about what are the top most important things to your baby that are around in the environment. The milk, the animals, the blanket, the bear, the cars. Highlight those things. As you go through your day, name what you see. Spoon, dog, car. Keep it short and clear and say it while showing the object. This builds their vocabulary before they even say a word. That's really all I'm going to say about this one. Just talk to your baby and make them the main character. Talk to them in simple words about what is interesting to them. Number 5 is bubbles. And yes, bubbles can be very helpful for a child's language development if they're used in a certain way. So when you use bubbles, your baby is going to be fascinated by the visual and sensory experience. This interaction, when you're blowing bubbles and then popping them, can help them focus on something and attend to it, which is very, very important to learn if you want them to be able to focus and attend to you, to learn the words that you teach them. Blow bubbles and say pop, pop, pop as they burst. The P sound is great for lip movement, so more of those visual sounds that we make with our mouth. And babies love watching bubbles. You can even just emphasize the lip movement for the P sound and say pa, pa, pa as you pop the bubbles. You can say words like pop and pair it with the action. So when you're popping, make sure you're really emphasizing the word with the action. Pop, pop, pop. This might seem obvious, but this is kind of in comparison to like pop, 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 pop. You know, you want to like really emphasize the action with the simple word and bring attention to that simple word and the sounds in that word. Pop, pop, pop. So when you're pairing the word with the action, this helps them connect words and actions together and bring meaning for the words that they're hearing in their environment. Babies can start to anticipate this action too, like when a baby is about to pop, or they may try to reach out, making the experience more interactive. And overall, babies really just love bubbles, and since it's something that develops their social engagement and shared attention, you really just can't go wrong with it. Number 6 is to play peekaboo, but I'm gonna tell you how you can do it even more than just sitting with them and covering your face with your hands. You can hide your face with your hands or a blanket, pop out and say boo after pika, boo. Really leave some wait time after you say pika. So I want you to separate pika and boo, okay? Pika is for you to say, and then you're gonna wait for your little one to do something, even if it's just looking at you like they're expecting something to happen, or maybe they'll make a sound, but you wanna say pika, and wait so long that it feels kind of uncomfortable. It should feel a little uncomfortable for you because you're not used to waiting so long, but give them time to respond. So say pika, and then wait, and then say boo, and make it super exaggerated. You can even call out their name to get their attention and then play it when you're behind the door. So don't think about peekaboo as just sitting with them. You can play peekaboo anytime, anywhere. You can be behind the door and pop out and say peekaboo. You can hide behind the couch and pop out and say peekaboo. You can be sitting in the front seat when you've parked and they're sitting in the back seat and you say pika, boo. Start to just apply these little social games and ways of interacting with your child throughout your day and your daily routine. Just make it a habit to get their attention and have social exchanges as much as possible all throughout the day. This next one I like to call oops on purpose. So now is when I'm going to tell you how to sabotage your little one, but all for their own good. Sabotage in language development refers to purposefully interrupting or slightly messing up a situation to encourage your baby to respond. So for example, start stacking blocks, but then knock them down, which will make your baby look and have interest and maybe even react or vocalize. And you could do this in so many ways, not just with toys, but with anything in your environment or your daily routine. Just do it the wrong way to get their attention and hopefully a response out of them. This creates an opportunity to also teach new vocabulary for them, like uh-oh, or oh no, or whoa. This motivates early verbal communication and problem-solving skills. So overall, sabotaging creates opportunities for babies to practice communication and understand cause and effect relationships, both of which are key to language development. Number 8, the expectant pause. So this is when you will intentionally stop speaking after saying something. This is sort of like the wait time that I was describing earlier. This gives your baby a moment to respond. But if you also use a facial expression and possibly even a gesture, like putting your hand to your ear, that you're expecting a response, this will help your baby respond to you. This simple technique encourages your baby to communicate by allowing them space to vocalize, but you also want to give a facial expression. Maybe it's raising your eyebrows or even putting your hand to your ear, and even a gesture, like I just said, that you're expecting a response, and this helps your baby respond to you. This simple technique will encourage your baby to communicate by allowing them the space to vocalize, gesture, or just try to engage in communication with you because they've been given a chance to respond. It helps babies understand that communication is a two-way process, and it gives them a chance to process the words that they're hearing and then have a chance to respond. The pause also supports turn-taking, which teaches the baby the rhythm of back and forth communication. By using an expectant pause, you can boost your baby's confidence and also encourage more active participation in the communication, which is really key for early language development. I always say you want your baby to be a confident trier when it comes to trying to talk. And you can do this by really encouraging any attempt that they have in trying to communicate with you. They need that wait time and that expectant pause to respond. And then once they do, even if it's not even a sound, even if it's just looking at you or doing something with their body to show you that they're engaged, maybe it's smiling or laughing or clapping, give them some praise. Respond back to them to show them that you're proud of them for trying. Number 9, this next tip is one for you to use when you're teaching your baby words. It's just a way to do it that helps build their understanding, and it also incorporates the expectant pause. It's to point and then wait. So point to something like a ball, say ball, and then pause. Give them a few seconds to look or make a sound, and a lot is happening during that pause. They're building their receptive language, which is their understanding of the words you're saying, and it gives them a chance to process and respond, even if it's just an eye gaze, a smile, or simple vocalization at first. Number 10, you should think of books for babies and young toddlers almost like a prop. Yes, you're going to use the book, but you should try to bring it to life as much as possible. You can even knock on it and say, knock, knock, knock. Try to get your baby to copy you by knocking on the book or even saying, knock, knock, knock. Then say, open. This will become a familiar routine that they understand. Knock, knock, knock. Open. So it will increase their chances that they're able to say the word knock, or to knock on the book and copy you, or to say open. And then close it Do it all over again. Give them another chance to learn it and try to say those words. Make sure to put the book in front of your face and to get their attention and them interested in books. Use a lot of expression in your voice and pointing to pictures as you read. You can change your tone for different characters and sounds to keep them interested. You can also pause and give your baby a chance to look at the pictures or touch the book. Let them turn the pages even if it's just for fun to get them really engaged in books. When they make sounds, again, copy them. The goal is to make reading a playful, interactive experience that keeps your baby engaged and excited about books. The really great thing about teaching language skills to babies and young toddlers is that so much of it is just about play and bonding. So you're really building their skills and making memories with them at the same time. So it shouldn't be anything for you to stress about. These are tips, again, that can be simply applied to your daily routine. It's really just about a mindset shift of how to interact with them rather than a list of strategies that you need to use. And remember to just make it fun and engage them. That's what helps them learn at this stage. Just try 1 or 2 of these tips a day and watch how your baby will start to light up. If you're concerned about their progress, don't hesitate to reach out to a speech therapist in your community for extra guidance. If tips like these on helping your child develop through their milestones is something that you want to learn more about, then please hit the bell icon to subscribe and help your child thrive. To help you know if your child is on track with their communication milestones, I made a roadmap of birth through 5 years old communication for you to see the big picture of their development from when they're born all the way to when they're entering kindergarten. And you can get this for free down in the description below. Before you go, let me know down in the comments what you'd like to learn more about so that I can make more resources just like this for you and your family.